Hello, everyone. Welcome to my 300 stream. Not my 300 stream today. I got 300 subs today. I'm so happy. I'd like to thank all the guys here for helping me, and for like joining me and everything like that. But today we're going to talk about everyone's favorite subject, cartoons, especially that which we grew up with. Now we have a very eclectic group here, going from loads of different decades and things like that. So, I'm not saying anyone's old, Farv, but
you know, you better watch it because there's a couple other people around my age group in here.
I know, but we're all going to talk about our favorite shows and from different decades. So, who will I pick out first? I pick Jet Sparks.
Oh my god.
Oh, definitely. Really, the shows from the cartoons from the '90s and the early 2000s were actually perfect.
They were fucking amazing.
Damn straight.
And I'd say two shows that really sort of like stick out to me personally from the '90s is SWAT Cats: The Radical Squadron, Dexter's Laboratory, and from the 2000s, I would say the one that stuck out to me the most was Code Lyoko.
I freaking loved Code
In Dexter's lab.
I don't know. What
anyone
that
here?
Jet Sparks, man, this is my imaginary fist bump to you, bro.
Do anyone here? I know that now we're not Disney fans, but back in the day. Hi, Michelle. Give a little boost to the baby. So, do anyone here remember the Disney Club where they used to play the best cartoons?
Yeah.
I think I remember watching the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
No.
Like,
okay, so you might have called it something different. It had like gargoyles, real monsters, things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was different. I mean,
Yeah.
Hold on.
that show was on
Monsters was
Nickelodeon. Here in the States, yeah. Here stateside, yeah.
Okay, so the show we have it on, they're not very good at their job.
Well,
Come
I know
on, network, what are you
distribution is
doing?
different in different countries, yeah.
Now I remember, as far as the Disney thing, I remember Gargoyles, obviously, because I love that one, and I remember Tailspin,
Darkwing Duck. Yep.
And then DuckTales was kind of tangentially connected to Darkwing Duck.
And nothing will ever dethrone Gargoyles as the greatest thing that Disney ever did.
It's a dang shame, but nowadays it's a show that would not even fly today because of all because you got to update it for a modern audience.
Although, interestingly enough, there is a comic out now that's being written by Weissman, who wrote the original show.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I have issue 1. I highly recommend it. It goes, I mean, it picks straight up, and it is absolutely perfect. It is on point, and he does it justice.
Yeah, but I'm not as much of a fan of Gargoyles as my sister is. She loves that show.
I know of the show, but I never got into it.
Yeah, I really got into it. When I was a kid, I remember we were up the fields. Yes, we were Irish, that's what we did. And we were playing that we were the Gargoyles. And that, but for any Star Trek fans, most of the cast of Star Trek were in Gargoyles.
TNG, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see, Michael Bourne, Jonathan Frakes, Marina Sirtis before she went nuts.
She did?
God,
you went crazy. I won't talk
about it here. She's
away with the fairies.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh boy.
So,
but it had a bunch of the TNG. In fact, Brent Spiner even popped up in it a few times.
Not just TNG. Yeah, it had a loads of different ones. Ton here says Gargoyle was amazing, but it was Disney's answer to the Batman animated series.
That's fairly
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably, and I'm going to say this to somebody who did watch TNG and kind of gave up on rewatching it after the actors all went nuts, but I can still go back and watch Gargoyles and say that it was probably one of Marina Sirtis's best performances because she was better at doing a villain, really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can also see the same thing with her in Mass Effect as Matriarch Benezia, and with those with her more ample blueness
enhancements.
Yes. No, that just naturally happens when, like, again, Asari reached the Matriarch
Speaking
stage.
about enhancements.
Yeah, well, the dress didn't hurt anything.
Hi, Revan.
Okay, so
Whoa,
Hello.
Again.
I'm just with so many people, I'm just trying to keep the stream looking better. So I'm going to boop Raquel down to there.
She's been banished to the lower.
She's in the lower tier.
You wanted the stream to look good, and you invited me. God dang!
Oh.
Well, you have your camera off, so
That's true. That is true.
A lot of us do.
Yeah.
so yeah,
Just
so
this fucking thing. There we go.
one of the 90s cartoons, I'm going to say, and you're going to hear Max as having a PTSD flashback. Metabots.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
well-
I saw it that it existed, but I'm not at all familiar with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was aware of it, on ABC Family, but I never watched it.
Okay, yeah, but
Like,
that
I
was
barely
that was
watched shows
actually
like
made
Beyblade,
after
but
the
damn, was
'90s.
this theme song good.
Wait, what? Yeah, and this stream also goes into the 2000s.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool. I was just making sure.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, and anyone
But
here?
weren't we going? Now I do have a question
Yes.
because unfortunately you're really good at forgetting your own formatting. I thought you were going person to person.
God fucking damn my life. Barb, what about you?
All right. Well.
Because you were first around when they invented cave paintings.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Riding brontosaurs. Yeah.
Not even close. But anyway, well, I agree on the gargoyles thing. I would say that Batman, the original animated series, is also another big one.
Of course.
You know, we got the whole
With the
Kevin
late,
Conroy,
great
Mark
Kevin
Hamill
Conroy.
thing. Exactly. Let's see. My God, there was so many that I watched. And this is considering that I was also a horror guy growing up. Like I said, I saw American Werewolf and John Carpenter's The Thing when I was 5 years old. But I also did still watch cartoons and shit.
Of course.
I liked Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin before, I kind of pulled away from Disney. I watched a shitload of anime, which is a whole different can of fish. I saw fucking Thundercats 2011, the 2002 He-Man fucking reboot, which was actually really good and then got shit canned. I didn't really get into the Jen D. Tartakovsky, Dexter's Lab stuff. The animation style threw me off too much to get into it much.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I saw the CG Clone Wars. I watched all the way through whenever I got a chance.
Yeah.
I still like the original Clone Wars.
Then I saw some of the off the wall shit.
Good.
I saw some of the off the wall shit like from the 80s, like Jason the Wheeled Warriors, fucking G.I. Joe and Transformers, like most people around that time did. Then some other off the wall shit, like what the fuck is that one? I got it right here.
Never heard of that one.
The Star
Very
Wars:
funny.
The Clone Wars. If you watch that and then you watch Episode 3, it honest to God makes Episode 3 devastating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you got to know these characters
Oh,
now.
Yeah. And then they added in a final season to it, finally, season 7. But the thing about season 7 is they had the Order 66 from Ahsoka's side.
Whoa.
And watching her, and she was there. But the thing is, what I really liked was the fact that Rex, even though he gave in to his programming, you could see him fighting it. And it brings up the question, how many more clones tried to fight their programming but failed?
Probably quite a few.
probably a few of them.
A few.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
one more before we go past that turn. The one I finally remembered is in the late 80s, early 90s ish. There was a show, an anime show called Cops, and I'm not talking about the one that everybody's seen that's like following around the cops. It was an actual animated show.
I know
and
which
it was
one you're
like-
talking about.
Yeah, I'll say Bubba knows. That was some awesome shit because it was a combination of like weird cyberpunk shit
Yep.
and like old cop dramas with a pretty decent sense of humor. It was fucking ridiculous. I love that damn show.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Max, what about you, girlie?
All right, so most of these I ended up watching when I was practically a fetus. So
yesterday.
Yeah. Wow.
Yesterday.
So like last week.
ouch. Okay,
Sorry.
fair, but at the same time, so I ended up for the longest absolutely obsessed with Powerpuff Girls and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage was awesome.
Oh my god,
my brother.
That show sometimes traumatizes me. Sometimes
my brother liked Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That show was kick ass.
It was good. It was funny. It was scary, but dang,
like it ended up like just that moment of unnerving that just kept you at the edge of your seat. But like didn't make you want to turn it off going, what the sin is this?
The only episode that made me like literally that almost gave me nightmares was that floating head episode.
Gosh.
Yeah, I can't actually
crap out of me.
As somebody who was watching slasher flicks and horror movies at that age, that one's hard for me to relate to.
Well, two best quotes. Which way you going, you fool? And then of course the Gator episode, the Bayou episode, that the best pun of all time, as we say here in the Bayou. Crack me the fuck
I
up,
still
man.
think one of the more sweeter episodes was, of course, the Giving Tree and the one about the Hunchback of Nowhere. And it'd be crazy when like we have that Ball of Revenge. I would have loved to see all the people who would be considered Courage's allies help him out. They all
there is a theory about Courage the Cowardly Dog that it's just a normal dog, but it's the world from the perspective of a dog. That everything is so terrifying because he's just a dog.
That dog needs some trazodone.
I was going to say that makes everything even more depressing.
Yeah, and we also kind of know from one episode that he kind of has abandonment issues in a way because he lost his parents.
Yes.
That episode was devastating.
Yes.
He has extreme separation anxiety, and it hits him like so hard.
But it's nice that Muriel was such a nice lady. Heck, it's crazy that there was an old lady that actually cosplayed as Muriel. That was really, it's out there. Go look at it. There's a lady who cosplayed as her.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, hold on. She said in all right. But yeah, Dalek, what about you? After you're done dying.
Sorry. Y'all good?
You allergic to your name?
Sounds like you took a pull of a questionably legal herb.
No.
I mean, I don't know him, so hey, nice to meet you, Dalek.
Daleks do not get sick.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I mean, and also sorry about coming in and then falling out. The freaking internet in this place.
Oh, you're having connection issues?
Yeah. Been having them for months.
Oh, brilliant.
Ever since we got this new modem box downstairs.
What the hell's going on here?
Internet's been spotty here at best.
That's no fun. Fuck.
But Dalek, what were your favorite cartoons in that growing up?
that kind of era, especially the 90s and the early 2000s. That was my childhood. So there's a lot of stuff from that I grew up with and I absolutely loved. From the 90s, like what I heard someone mention the Powerpuff Girls. I watched that. I watched Dexter's Lab. I watched lots.
Funny thing about Powerpuff Girls, for any men who watched it, do you also remember how you're just like, I never watched Powerpuff Girls, but nowadays it's like, Powerpuff Girls was the shit.
I mean, people were aware. People probably were aware of me watching it, but they never said anything about it. I didn't buy any merchandise. I just watched the show.
I don't know. Like there was a lot to that. Like I had a sister. I have a sister who's only a year younger than me, so I had an excuse to watch a lot of things.
Yeah, and I know you also got. I think I even got like one of the VHS tapes back in like 2003 of like Powerpuff Girls, and it's the one where Buttercup grows a crush on like Ace from the Gang Green Gang, which again is literally just a case for grooming.
Yeah,
I remember that episode.
I'm going to say something, and I think Dalek and Maxis may remember this show. Card Captor Sakura.
Yeah. We're going to Magical Arrow.
But I'll tell you, I remember the song a whole lot better than I remember the show, but I do remember the show.
When I was at Comic Con, they were selling the cards for €50.
I love that show.
Freaking name Quiche.
I'm confused enough that I know anything about Magical Knight Ray Earth, and that was weird enough.
Oh my gosh, Magic Knight Ray Earth.
Oh boy, there were two shows I was aware of, and they were like from two separate things. One was I never watched them was Winx Club and Witch. I was aware of.
I watched both those shows.
My fiance literally has them both in their entirety on DVD.
That is amazing.
All right, cool.
Okay.
But I know I actually do like the.
So
I do
Michelle
like the
says
Witch's theme song though.
I was more into Archie and his friends Veronica, Betty, and Jughead.
I could never quite. I mean, I'm aware of the Archie stuff. I could never quite. I'm not really big in the slice of life type of stuff. It bores the hell out of me.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just going to run through the chat for a second, okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So she also loved Wishbone. She says hi to Raquel.
Hi.
I remember.
I remember Wishbone. I remember watching that as a kid.
It was a great show.
I think my favorite show was
the
Strawberry
story,
Shortcake and
Wishbone?
Ghostwriter on PBS.
Oh my gosh, Strawberry Shortcake.
So she got to America, so she missed a lot of cartoons everyone grew up with.
Well, that makes sense.
I
remember
Sabrina
for
the
about.
Teenage Witch.
I remember for about a month when I was.
Sabrina,
I had
too.
been maybe like, I don't know, 9.
Sabrina doesn't count as a sitcom though.
About 10, between 10 and 12 years old.
There was
for
a
while.
cartoon
I had
as well.
To,
Yeah, I know.
I had to go to a babysitter. I remember having to watch that old ass MLP show back when
My
it was
Little
on
Pony.
television
Oh, gosh.
because there were like 3 girls that stayed there too.
Well, the old
Is that
school
your
one
excuse?
wasn't any worse than Care Bears.
No, not really. To be fair, I mean,
I
it was
never,
just
like-
weird though.
Like the one I like to watch. This theme song is so catchy. Gummy Bears.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Didn't watch it much, but I remember it.
Singing every gummy bear. Oh God, fucking damn you, Raquel! I got that song out of my head after 30 goddamn years. No, go.
You're banished.
But yeah, Jeff, buddy, you.
Me? What about me? Hi.
Hi.
What
get
about
out.
me?
All right. Well, the reason I asked backstage, Revan, is because I'm a big fan of like cartoons all the way back to Tom and Jerry, so I had to make sure.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I could have gone all the way back to the 50s, but I just wanted to narrow it down. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Your eyes down, okay?
Yeah, I just noticed these were dirty.
Okay. So we're going from like the 80s. You can go from like early 80s all the way up to the noughties.
Yeah, unfortunately, the early 80s is before my time, so I got to enjoy the 90s like a lot of people here. Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, DuckTales.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, honey. Woo!
Let's get
Dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get dangerous. Yeah, that's great.
course,
way better than
and-
I did it.
But yeah, don't worry, girl.
I also got to watch the got to watch the first few episodes of SpongeBob before that turned boring.
You mean
Yeah.
it didn't start boring?
It
Kind of seemed like it.
It didn't seem like it originally, but
Started like a zany little cartoon, and then it just kind of went off the rails.
Yes, it did. It really did. Now it's got spin-offs now.
Oh gosh, and
It only happened even further after Stephen Hill. It truly went off the rails when Stephen Hillenburg pretty much passed away.
yeah, he died, and the show just hasn't been the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
do not think he
got a
died.
little bit
I
of
do not
improvement.
think
He
he
said
died
to
of
come
natural
back.
causes. I do not think he died of natural causes. If he had lived just a little bit longer, he would have retained all the rights, and they would have lost everything.
I'm not going
Yep,
to,
and
for
Nickelodeon would have lost their
reasons
cash
for my
cow.
channel, I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's fine.
There's also Jimmy Neutron and the Fairly Odd Parents that I thought were really
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, I love Jimmy
Y'all watched
Neutron.
a lot of cartoons. I just could never get into.
Just saying, the people in the chat are welcome to throw in shows that they grew
Yeah,
up with.
of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The first,
But still, there
oh,
is
the
always
first
there
few
was
seasons
that...
of.
No, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, the first someone mentioned Fairly Odd Parents. The first few seasons of that were hilarious. I love that
Yes.
show.
It was a really good show for a long time.
Did you
and
hear
then,
what they did to Fairly Odd Parents
Oh.
recently?
Oh
gosh. Please
I
no.
don't think I did.
The
now.
fairy dog, and then that Chloe girl showed up too.
Oh,
Yeah,
No.
season 10 of the show.
It turns out that Timmy turned around and he made a wish that he would stay a kid forever, and then that the fairies forgot that they made the wish. How long ago did you make the wish? Because no one would age, right? 50 years.
What is he, Peter Pan?
Apparently, and not
That's
to mention-
ridiculous.
and not to mention that's like, I mean, it's a somewhat clever way to why did these characters never age? Oh, now I see why. Yeah, he wished for that.
Now, the worst iteration is the live-action Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh my
Live
gosh, with
action.
Drake
Oh,
Bell.
There's a live action.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Drake.
yeah.
Drake Bell
Yeah.
as Timmy
Yeah.
Turner. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Weirdly enough,
Yeah,
Drake
there's
Bell is worth like negative $400,000 right now.
Yeah.
There's
Well.
actually a scene. You know what? You talking monks. I'm going to get a picture for this.
Oh, okay. Just real quick for the chat, Michelle. I saw a Jughead action figure. You know, because you're into Archies. I bought it for my cousin because she's also huge into Archies. He came with a sandwich. Like he's got he's got a sandwich in the package with him. Cracked me up.
I got one for you, Bubba. You know what I seen in my fucking local comic shop the other day?
What'd you say?
Fucking Popeye action figures.
That's it right there.
Hell yes.
Oh,
eats me spinach.
no.
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Like all the main characters blew my fucking mind. I'm like, who the fuck is making Popeye action figures right now?
That's
Why
really
not?
big ass though.
Oh my
Gotta get
god.
spinach, man.
Why,
man.
why not?
Man.
Popeye? Why not? Popeye was awesome.
Popeye
I
was
love
good.
Popeye. Who didn't love Popeye?
I watched
No,
it.
I-
Atrocities.
I watched it. I was just stunned to see
Popeye
action
the
figures of it this
Sailor
many years
Man.
later. Who
Hey,
greenlit that, by the way?
spinach is pretty good, but I like spinach raw more or less. And
So
on
do
jam.
I.
Spinach is fucking fantastic. So Michelle said, I was into shows like Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Scooby Doo. Because
Scooby-Doo.
of the Hex
Oh,
Girls.
I love the Hex Girls,
The Hex Girls.
I love the Hex
I
Girls.
put a
Big
spell on you.
No, let me ask the panel this.
Those songs by the Hex Girls, they were amazing.
Yeah, and again, props to Jennifer Hale. Props to Jennifer Hale for basically singing that song.
Yeah.
He is pretty much a legend at this point.
Yeah,
was
hey,
the- who
Dean
was trying to
Myers,
ask-
good to see you, man.
Who was trying to ask the panel a
Hey,
question?
Catman.
That was me.
Yeah, go ahead, Mud.
So, question for the panel: do you guys remember when Scooby Doo and Johnny Bravo did a crossover episode?
No.
Yeah.
I do
Oh
one
my
time.
God.
Yes, I do. In fact, in fact, I also remember his aunt's name. Aunt Jibba.
Yeah.
And Jibba
Oh
Dissa.
my gosh.
I've never watched that much of Johnny Bravo.
I can't
Yeah, I
be
mean,
seen
it was-
without my
it-
glasses.
I used to a lot.
Oh, in fact, you will not believe this. These old discs came with like Kellogg cereals back in the day, and I actually
my
still have
God.
one of these. I actually have the very episode.
There
Right
it is,
here.
right there. Yep.
I'll be damned.
God damn, man.
Yep,
Mm.
right here.
Nice.
I will have to Google. Give me 1 minute.
I can't believe that.
Are those
Michelle, I would
pictures?
say maybe it kind of depends on which iteration of Thorn, because they kind of redid her look several times.
I can see it.
Those pictures you just showed, like
Oh, you mean?
of Drake Bell as Timothy.
Yeah.
Timmy
Yeah.
Turner.
Timmy Turner, not good. But I love Popeye though.
Yeah, and
Popeye was great.
I think the chick who played Tori Vega's sister from Victorious, yeah, she played Tootie apparently.
Yeah,
Just-
Daniela something or other.
Hey, Michelle, look in your Twitter DMs. But like the girl who played the girl who Timmy was into from the live action show also played the sister from Victorious.
No, but here's the thing you don't understand from the show. Timmy was actually into the popular girl Trixie Tang,
Yes.
But Tootie
was
like Vicky's annoying little sister.
Yeah, the actress is Daniela Monet.
Yeah, but do any of you remember the episode where Fairly Odd Parents was meant to end, and it cuts to Timmy Turner as an adult? Right?
Yeah, Channel Chasers.
He married Tootie and actually had 2 kids with her.
Yeah, and he turned around and he's looking and he's holding their fish and he's just like smiling and he's like, huh. And they're regular fish, but when they put him down, you see the kids go in and the fish turn around and get little crowns on their heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which only sucks because you realize
Wanda and Cosmo still stayed around. Timmy doesn't remember them, but now they're his kids, God kids now.
Well, which means he makes his kids just as miserable as his parents made him.
Pretty much.
Or more or less. Yeah, Timmy Turner's parents were just the most neglectful parents on earth. They were actively doing everything they could to not spend time with their son. They should be arrested and given like 20 life sentences for their neglect.
You could say there's a lot of kid parents. There's a lot of kid show parents you could probably say that about.
Oh yeah.
We can all agree.
Like Rugrats.
We can all agree Timmy's parents were idiots. Massive idiots.
But his dad was a bigger one.
Speaking about parents and idiots, the show that has to have the worst parents in history, Pokemon.
Seriously, we're going there.
That's only point out. I'm gonna say this here, guys. We know full well Professor Oak was banging Ash's mom.
No, Mr. Mime was.
Nah, that was Mr. Mime.
Mr. Gaiman.
I don't think that was really a Mr. Mime. I don't think that was really Mr. Mime. I think that was a dude in disguise.
No, Dalek, we're not calling her bad. What we're just saying is, in the world of Pokemon, at the age of 10, they're like, okay, you're 10 years old, get out of the house and travel the planet, catching creatures that are essentially giant nuclear bombs. Have fun.
Well, yeah, that's the whole premise of the series.
Animals that can spit fire, spit electricity, literal ghosts, and every other sort of thing under the sun.
Robots, aliens.
Pokemon that are literal gods themselves.
Come on, what kid wouldn't want that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, I haven't followed Pokemon inside Gen 2. I'm sorry, I haven't.
I haven't followed Pokemon since
in the Diamond and Pearl.
Gen 3 is where they lost me.
Yeah, Pokemon was probably the first. That was probably my introduction to anime Pokemon.
It was everyone's introduction to anime. Most people's.
Well, it was
Dragon Ball.
That and Sailor Moon for me. It was that and Sailor Moon, and I watched and I saw a couple episodes of Dragon Ball Z, but I wasn't really into the shonen stuff.
My dad had some VHS tapes of Speed Racer, so technically that was my introduction.
I was watching a thing, and this guy turned around and he's like, why do so many people watch fucking Sailor Moon? And they turned around and it's like, oh,
it's for the plot.
Why. Yeah, it's for the
plot. For me, my first introduction to anime was Ronin Warriors.
But Raquel, tell us your shows.
Cool.
My shows? Okay, do you mind I split it a little bit? Okay, I'm gonna start with the regular cartoons.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey Arnold, Rocket Power.
Yes.
Doug. Rugrats, and then I got in
Rugrats.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Captain Planet and the Planeteers, and I got into like Batman, X-Men, Spider-Man.
Anyone see? Here's one for you. Anyone watch Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. My fiance also has that, and I could probably quote almost every damn episode by heart. She watches it as her comfort show, and holy freaking crap!
I saw one person talking about a psychologist talking about Hey Arnold, and he said, the character who they feel the worst for in Hey Arnold was Helga, as she is going to grow up to be. He said, like, the way she's grown up, she's either grown up to be a very mean lady, or she's going to grow up to be one of the kindest people ever.
Yeah, and I was kind of gearing toward. I mean,
that was the weird.
That
was the weird thing with Helga. Yeah.
I mean, the original thing that originally ended the show, you would think that Helga, even the Hey Arnold movie, like, you think Helga and Arnold would just be kind of a thing at that point.
That sounds like
fantastic.
That sounds like Nickelodeon ended a lot of their shows. Look at Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, but did anybody see that new Hey Arnold movie from like a couple of years ago?
I saw it, and it seems like it really had a bad ending. It just like
the Jungle movie was really kick ass, man. It tied everything up really well.
Yeah, but it kind of looked like it kind of brought everything back to the status quo. Except now we know that Arnold's parents are. We knew in the first original movie that Arnold's parents were very much alive, and now they're back with him.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, and the question for everyone, okay? Did a cartoon from like when you were kids and that ever hit you super hard in the fields, and if so, which one?
I would say Hey Arnold with the pigeon guy.
Oh yes. Farv, the Snow King.
What'd you say?
You're the Snow King. What about you? None hits you in the fields.
Jeez. And cartoons? Let me think. Oh, jeez. Fuck. You know what? Off the top of my head, I got a little annoyed at a couple moments in Gargoyles because I was somewhat young when that was a thing. Like the thing, I just can't remember anything specific. I just remember that there were a couple moments in the show that kind of upset me, but I don't think to that extent. But then again, like I said, I grew up kind of an unusual life, and I was watching a lot harder stuff than the cartoons that I grew up on.
Yeah, I get you, buddy. Max's, Raquel, did you have squishies?
Squishies?
Cinnamon rolls.
Hey,
zombie.
Hey, zombie. But, ladies, did anything hit you in the fields?
Yeah, the pigeon guy from Hey Arnold.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, she just said that.
What about you, girlie?
During one of the first Powerpuff Girls movies, when they were like basically had the entire world against them, and they like escaped everyone and went to the freaking moon.
Hey, Revan.
Yo,
that movie was.
Michelle keep you to mention something in the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. So her favorite singer from her local town shouted her out this morning on Facebook. Would you mind letting the panel know that the lead singer of Frozen Crown gave me a shout out on Facebook this morning?
Now, unfortunately, that doesn't really mean anything to me. I don't live in Norway, so
yeah. But
the fact that she says that part, well, that makes it mean something to her.
Yeah. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. And of course we have the 90s X-Men.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the 90s X-Men is one of the only shows that if you were there, like you were doing that and then you heard you would literally stop what you're doing.
Revan, I have the perfect one. You want to talk about hit me in the feels, like, and I watched it. I watched it recently as an adult, and it broke me again.
Okay.
Okay, so this it was an episode of Superman the Animated Series when Superman is captured by Darkseid, and Dan Turpin leads the charge to free Superman, gets him free and everything else. You know, then Orion shows up at the end and states that Earth is under New Genesis protection, and to continue action against Earth would violate the treaty. It is at the end of it when Darkseid seemingly kills Dan Turpin anyway, and at the end when you see Superman standing in front of Dan Turpin's grave, and his words, like I said, as a kid, I had like tears streaming down my eyes. You know, his words were when the Earth was at its darkest, The world didn't need a Superman. It just needed a brave one. And I remember that like hit me really hard as a kid. And then, because I was like 9 or 10, but then, no, I guess I'd have been younger than that. I didn't turn 10 until 2001. So anyway, the point is that, I watched that episode later, and I didn't know this from when I was a kid. Like, I just watched this episode recently, and I started like crying like a kid all over again, because it was the tribute episode to Jack Kirby. He had just died.
Hey, Matt G.
Oh, wow.
I thought of one.
Oh,
now I didn't cry because it's difficult for that for me.
No,
but I remember
just in
in Batman the Animated Series, the original one. I can't remember the episode, but it was the one where Commissioner Gordon got shot and he was actually going to die.
Oh, okay.
Before I realized that was actually Bruce tripping the fuck out at the end of the episode. It was the one where Harvey went on the warpath after Jim died. Barbara turned her back on him, and everybody was after him. That one kind of upset me.
From given what you've told me about your childhood, I can see why that would have gotten you. What got the episode from Justice League Unlimited that got me? Ace.
Yeah.
Ace in the Hole. That broke me. And even today, I cannot watch it without crying.
Well, it shows the compassion of the Bat.
You see, that's what's been missing from the Snyder films, because Batman is more than just like, I'm going to stab you in the dick.
Dark Brood. He's a compassionate person. I mean, again, he took that loss of his parents and wanted to do and use it as a force to scare criminals, but still, he also has compassion because, again, he's lost something himself.
Of course. And one of the things that I thought was really like sad in a way was in the comics was one of the gods who could travel the multiverse, as a reward for saving Earth, took Batman to a world where Bruce Wayne was gone on holidays, right? Didn't tell his parents, just like fucked off. He wasn't Batman, but Bruce Wayne got to have dinner with his parents.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I remember that.
That was like really, and like that was really powerful. And the thing that made it worse is they ripped it off in the Flash. Like, it was sweet when they did it in season 1, when he went to Earth 2 and he picked up the phone and he's like, "Hey, honey, how are you? Yeah, thanks for the tickets to Atlantis. No problems, Mom." And yeah, that was done really sweet. And then after his dad died, he got to hear his dad go, "Hey, yeah, thanks, son. You really should have kept the tickets." But that's where they took that from, and I just thought that was really sweet.
Well, y'all remember Batman Brave and the Bold?
I do. I watched it.
I'm aware of it, but I never watched it.
Yeah, the episode where they have Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, and Adam West in this episode, and he literally, like, Bruce is, he's reliving his past and what made him, and it's the entire thing is a wager between the Phantom Stranger and the Spectre over whether he'll choose justice or vengeance, and the episode is absolutely incredible. I recommend you watch it for that episode alone, but the rest of the series is on point. Like, it's freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry about my expression. I read something was said in the chat there.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. There's like 2 cartoons I like to mention. Wild Thornberries, and I don't think anyone really remembers this show. It's called
I do.
Smashing.
Oh,
the only extent of it.
No, this other series, I don't think everyone really remembers it. What is Rocket Power? Do you guys
Loved
remember
Rocket
that?
Power.
Well, there was another one by the same company called As Told by Ginger. It was more that was the show.
Oh yeah, I remember watching that show. Yeah.
Well, I figure you're going there, but what is the thing that got you in the feels about Rocket Power?
It was just something new, really.
Rocket Power was great, and I was a fat couch potato kid, so I still watch the hell out of that show.
All right, Squid.
There's blood all over that broken ketchup bottle. Ah!
Rocket Power was a great show.
Yeah, especially with like episodes like Tony Hawk showing up, known as the Hawk's Nest.
Yeah. Hey, Farv, check the private chat.
I know. I posted something in the general chat. I just had to.
Yeah. But I'm going to say one thing from the early 2000s and a show that is fucking amazing. And if you don't watch it, there's something wrong with you. Futurama.
Great show.
Moira, please.
Futurama, sure. Yeah.
Great show.
I watched that one. Yeah. I watched that when it first aired, Futurama.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Today. Jurassic Park, everyone.
Oh yeah, that got me in the field. That definitely got me in the feels about Fry's dog. The only person that actually cared for him just as much as his brother did.
Yeah.
Did any of you see a Game of Thrones? Futurama?
No, I never seen that.
I didn't really watch Futurama.
Just the ending of that episode is just whoa. You know?
Game of Thrones or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
Game of Thrones. So Fry has to save the world, and Nibbler's race is helping him. And he turns around and he keeps going on with dreams, and at the very end of it, he's there and he's in another dream, and he turns around and he's like, forget this, and then and that is a home run for the night, and they're going, and he's like, wait, I've never seen this game. And Nibbler's like, no, Fry, this isn't your dream. This is your mother's dream.
Oh, jeez.
And then she wakes up, like, you see her, he gets to tell her how much he loves her, that he's okay, everything, and you see a the dog Lil popping up as a tiny little dog in her cheese hat in her dream. But at the end of the episode, you see her in bed for the first time since he disappeared, smiling but crying at the same time. She loved him.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to mention this cartoon. Like, I remember reading the books in the library and watching the cartoon as a kid. Arthur.
Yeah, loved Arthur.
I think it just ended.
Oh man!
I think it just ended recently after.
It did.
Really woke at the end.
It did.
They buggered it up the last few years.
To come to the woke, yes.
Because I was aware of Arthur, but I never got into it. Which
I watched
enough
Arthur
about me to realize I'm not into comedic sitcomish stuff, so I didn't really read much of it.
Yeah,
it was on PBS, so it was really just about like it was kind of like every other PBS show, like kind of teach you a little bit of lessons about life as a kid growing up.
I used to watch.
I learned a lot of life lessons the hard way. So
yeah. Arthur was the bomb.
I used to watch Arthur.
Is that a dog?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my dog.
Okay.
Yeah, but
hi, dog.
What really got you? What got you in the feels? What got you in the feels, though, Raquel?
One sec, Dalek's been trying to talk for the past few minutes.
Sorry.
Yeah, let Dalek talk.
I used to watch Arthur a lot because I think because they used to show it on CBBC all the time, endlessly, and until only just recently, I think they finally got rid of it, because seriously, that was a staple of CBBC for years and years, and only just recently they finally stopped.
Arthur's friend, the girl, the darker monkey girl.
You mean Francine?
Francine, yeah.
Yeah, she grew up to be a lesbian.
Oh God!
Oh boy!
His teacher had an entire episode about being gay. They had another character come out as trans.
There was a friggin' yeah, I know. One thing I heard was his teacher, Mr. Rapper, and he had a gay marriage.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember the side of Arthur as a kid.
Yeah,
it's because it only happened in like 2019. So.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you guys remember this TV show, cartoon, Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann.
Oh,
yeah, that show was kind of that show was.
I love the theme song in that show.
Pepper Ann.
Yeah, I know. That show was really kind of a lot of people say that show was ahead of its time. Because there always are shows that seem ahead. There's always like once in a blue moon. There's always a show that seems to be ahead of its time.
One of the shows I loved growing up when I was younger, and then I watched the sequel, which wasn't as good, was Rugrats.
Rugrats was a good show.
Oh yeah, Rugrats was great.
Dark premise though.
I liked Rocco's Modern Life a little better than that.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, exactly.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, did you know that Rocco worked in a sex line?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that was a good inside joke.
Also, shout out. Shout out to the Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
The Angry Beavers.
Voiced
Ren and
by
Stimpy.
two great people: Salem himself, Nick Blamey, and of course Richard Horvitz as Daggett.
Did you hear this? Did you hear this story about Salem? On how he kind of helped save the show. They wanted Salem to be more serious, right?
That's not the show.
Salem was the funniest character of the whole show.
Yeah. No, so Salem, they wanted to turn him more serious, right?
Huh.
And he turned around, and they're like, "This is in production before it went live." Right? And they're like,
Wait, Salem.
Salem Saberhagen, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they're like, he was a soldier, he was a general, he'd be more like serious and everything like that, rather than joking and comedic. And the actor who kept doing it, like every time they're like, okay, they'd activate the animatronic, they bring the cat in, the train cat to walk across. Animatronic comes out and he goes wah, 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 wah. Every line until he was allowed to bring comedy into it.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
And you're right. He did keep that show going.
Of course, that's Salem. Yeah.
A slight response to you, Michelle. Look, I was watching Lupin the Third. Okay, I'm not going to give you shit for Sailor Moon.
I'm going to say something.
Hey,
Sailor
like I
Moon
said,
is responsible for early puberty in an entire generation.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I mean, again, look, my first exposure to anime was Sailor Moon. That was my very first exposure to it.
Yeah. But I made a promise to Alistair, so in about 3 minutes we're going to spend last 10 minutes. Also, my friend, I'm going to give it a little bit longer just because a friend of mine's going to be watching this. So in about 10 minutes, we're going to spend last bit of it just talking about Transformers. If that's okay.
That's fine.
Well, Reverend, go ahead.
I just want to mention these two shows. Maybe you guys remember this. I still find this show weird and freaky. It's somewhat of a cartoon. Maybe you guys remember it. Kablam.
Yeah.
Oh my god! That show was
disgusting, but it was hilarious.
It was weird.
That show was awesome. That show was awesome. Big up
Happy Cree Friends.
That's not a cartoon.
Oh my god!
That's not a cartoon. That is a mistake.
Yeah, that was.
That show was an abortion.
You've lost me. What's Kablam?
Kablam.
Like Action League Now, Life with Loopy. Those shows.
There you go, guys. This one.
Yes, G.I. Joe.
Yeah, G.I. Joe, man.
Wow. This one,
Favre, don't hate me, man. I think the 2011 Thundercats was better than the original.
Oh, that's because it was. Its only shortcoming was getting canceled before it got any better.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
that's the toy sales.
Yes,
yeah. Prometheus and Bob was another great series. Those are the three best.
Okay, I remember that show now.
Yeah, because they did. It was kind of half CGI, half stop motion.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I have never seen that in my life.
If you got Paramount Plus, it's on there. It's on.
Do any of y'all remember the show? Now these four are going to be shows y'all probably don't even know existed.
Well, give us a chance to tell you whether or not we do.
Seriously.
Okay. So Project GKR or Project Geeker, done by Doug TenNapel back in the 90s.
No.
Y'all don't remember that one at all?
No.
Because it was literally right before CBS dumped everything that wasn't educational. All right, that show was absolutely kick-ass and is, I guarantee you, in some ways inspired Futurama. No joke. If any of y'all get the chance to watch it, you do it. There are a few bootlegs around, but nobody actually, like, the rights are in limbo forever. Okay, so Mad Jack the Pirate.
No.
No.
Okay, that was a short-lived Fox Kids show that was freaking hilarious.
Whenabouts was
so,
that on? Hold
Bubba.
on. Whenabouts was that on?
That would have been. Let's see. If I was 8, that would have been 99.
I had just joined the military in '99.
Oh crap!
I
Then
was
you didn't
watching
see
SpongeBob.
anything. Yeah, then you didn't see anything at that time.
Yeah. So, you were saying, Miguel?
Yeah. How about it's somewhat of a cartoon, but more like in comic book form. Angela Anaconda.
Oh my god, I fucking hated that show, but I watched it.
Oh no!
Okay. So, and then finally, last but not least, do y'all remember The Magician? Like simply, he was like
first shows that dared to be ugly and annoying. Oh my god!
So,
Jesus.
so Michelle here she says, so I'm
remember
actually
the Pirates
working on
of
a book
Dark Water.
series for young adults based on the legends of the gods and goddesses of Norway and Ireland, the Tuatha Danann.
Yeah, the 12th day. Yeah.
You see, Bubba, don't do that.
What?
I'm only messing with you, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Dalek, we're going to be talking about Transformers as a request to the producer of the show. It's just going through a very hard time.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, let me turn my camera off. I'll be right back.
Not too bad, Revan. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Transformers, but I like it enough. I've seen.
No, I know that. It's just that's why we're going to wrap the show up with. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, that's why we're going to wrap the show up with just talking about
All right,
that. As
all right,
just a
fine.
Well,
No,
what about
we'll
Dave
do
the
that in, like,
Barbarian?
5 minutes.
I could not get into that show. I just couldn't.
I couldn't get into it either.
I loved Dave the Barbarian. Cracked me up almost daily.
I didn't really get into it.
But if I'm gonna speak, there's at least 2 shows that one show that really got me in the feels was Static Shock. It was an episode where Static and his partner Gear go back in time, and it was with the help of a metahuman that can control time. And like his arch enemy Ebon travels back with them, but he travels back 5 years to the night when his mother was killed, because his mom Static's mom was a paramedic and she was killed by a stray bullet. And I think the city built a statue of her and all the brave people, all the brave first responders.
God, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was a really sad episode. It shows the power and grieving of loss. And again, and even then, like I said, the aforementioned like Courage the Cowardly Dog episode about him being abandoned by his family, or some evil doctor took his parents and shot them up onto the moon in the hopes of making them like super strong or something.
Yeah.
Super dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's about it.
They canceled.
I also know that. Sorry.
They canceled Paw Patrol.
Finally.
Because it had a cop in it.
Time.
Oh yeah, because they call it problematic because there was a police dog.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, guess what? You guys understand if there are no police, people will be breaking in everywhere.
They don't understand. That's the problem.
Actually, now in a lot of places where that's happened, they turn around. But Michelle, yeah, go ahead, of course. But in a lot of places where that's actually happened, they're begging for police back.
Mm-hmm. And the cops are like, "Why? You hate us."
So
exactly. Yeah, let's not get into this now.
That I thought was the shows that I thought was absolute meh when I was watching it, and then I watched it in a hotel room at 4 a.m. in Houston because I couldn't sleep. Was Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yes!
I saw the movie. I never saw the cartoon.
Okay, literally all 3 movies in the series are perfect canon with each other. Like the canon stays perfect.
Yeah. So so Michelle says, "My loves, I gave birth to my son Magnus Athreus O'Rourke Johansson." Aw.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, girlie. So here's the thing. The Lilo and Stitch audio. This is my family really gets me. Who are you? You know that one?
Yeah. Ohana
Yeah.
means family.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was
Okay. So when we talk about Transformers,
Before
Yeah.
we go to that, I just want to ask this question, if you don't mind, Potato.
Mm.
What do you think of, we love these old cartoons from the 80s, 90s, and early
yes.
2000s. How do you feel with the cartoons back in the day compared to now?
Today's
Most of what
cartoons
we got
suck.
now is
They're
garbage.
shit.
Straight
What we got now
garbage.
is
Holy
Okay.
mother of God! You just wanted to light off a powder keg.
Absolutely.
Right? My God.
I cannot believe just the sheer amount of utter garbage that we get these days compared to back then.
The animation styles are so terrible now.
And because the Cal art style is crap. It's so simplistic and just
Cal arts, man.
My dad used to say.
That's my thing. That's one of my biggest biggest gripes about modern shows. They all look exactly the same.
Here's the thing.
Fucking Cal arts.
Most of them look the same, most of them sound the same, and most of them are written the same.
They're all the same.
So my cousin for his kid he was telling me that he has to screen every single show that his kid is going to be subjected to, including Blue's Clues, which is
Blue's Clues was great.
I love
Back then.
No, he's talking about
Blues.
So his friend picked up a box set of Blue's Clues for him because he's like, hey, I just picked this up just as a stocking stuffer for the kid, right? And Ray's like, here, let me just check it out. No, the whole thing is absolute propaganda.
Yes.
I miss the old days of the cartoons.
I miss the old days where they're watching
Most
propaganda.
people do that ever had a chance to see them, and a lot of people started showing the old ones to new kids.
Yeah, and they're much better, and they don't pander and try to tell you, it's okay, or basically talking about like all this like.
Michelle,
like,
I actually
intersectional
completely
crap.
understand. I really enjoy that movie. I have a copy of it around here somewhere.
So guys, it is time. So tell me.
Yes.
Magic
About
School Bus was good.
Magic
Two
School Bus
words.
was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
2 words.
Yeah.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars was good, but I don't feel it was the peak of the shows.
Yeah.
No, that was just my introduction into it. That's all I was saying.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
where you
of
came
course.
in? Was Beast? That makes sense, actually.
Yeah, I was born in
so,
'91.
That's the original series, right? The original series
This
on
is
DVD?
the original series, yeah.
Okay, I never got into the original series yet. I do have the movie, but I haven't watched it yet.
The movie's all right,
1986
but
movie
I
traumatized an entire generation.
I even have some problems with it, and believe it or not, they're not the problems with someone getting killed in the beginning. That was weird, but not really here or there.
Yeah, my dad showed me the original movie, but I couldn't really get it. The only one I vaguely remember watching somewhat was Transformers Armada back in the day.
Yes, that's where I got introduced to Transformers, Transformers Armada, Transformers Cybertron, and Transformers Energon TV series.
Yeah.
I didn't much like Armada or much of what came after it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Prime, don't even get me started on Prime because I wanted to burn that one.
Hey, Alistair.
Yeah.
Just a heads up, there's some mumbling from behind. Also, we're
Sorry
talking
about that
Transformers.
again.
No,
That
it's
ain't your
okay.
fault,
We're
man. You got other shit
talking about
going on.
Transformers if you want to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was about to. I just had to make sure nothing interrupts in the background. But yeah, anyway, as you and Raquel know, and Moira know, I've been talking about Transformers for the most while I've been on her streams for the past few months and weeks.
Mm-hmm. Is that dog?
That is a dog.
No, that's Farfy.
Yeah.
I'm right on screen, jackass. That's obviously not true.
Okay.
finally get it. It can also links, but
Sorry about my buddy.
It's not all the
It's
way
okay.
bad.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
you were saying because you've got a show and tell.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
just showing that because you were talking about it. I was actually just looking at it myself.
I thought you were going to, but Asher, go ahead.
All right. But yeah, so far, it's been one of the few series out there that I've been really, been hyper focused on the most because, well, compared to other series, most of the area in the Transformers franchise and the community are mostly chill and relaxed. I mean, there is some division, but it doesn't result in, very bad hostility. Like
I would say a lot of the division comes from the IDW and Prime fans who kind of want to push everything into that continuity.
Yep.
Well, no. So the producer of the show tried to watch Prime, and she said that what the fuck is wrong with Megatron's head?
Alex Kurtzman is everything wrong with that series.
That in every
Yep.
iteration for the past
now
couple
explains
of years,
why it was bad.
They keep shrinking Megatron's head.
shrinking Megatron's head.
Yeah, pay attention to the last few series. They keep shrinking Megatron's head.
Wow.
Oof. They're
But
basically giving him the shrunken head syndrome.
But here's my question to you guys: does he turn into a gun that Starscream uses?
Not anymore.
No, they quit doing that after G1.
He turns into a
Yeah,
tank.
because of new toy laws on
Wait, he becomes a tank.
He's a tank most
Yes.
of the rest of the time, except for in Beast Wars when he turned into a T-Rex.
and a jet.
That's
Well, that was
actually
in Beast Machines, I think.
That's actually Megatron's descendant not Megatron himself.
He was like,
I know, but it was basically the Megatron for that series.
I know in Cybertron and Energon, he was like a car / plane or some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Jet
Yeah, in
fighter,
the movie, he was some alien jet-looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then an alien tank and a Earth truck, and then a truck again, and a Cybertronian jet again.
I mean, at that point, why didn't they just skip the bullshit and just make him a triple changer? Shit.
Yeah, that would make it way cooler.
Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of linking together with two Transformers?
Well, triple changes they could change into two other forms instead of just one. So I just forgot his name. Shit. I always forget his name when I want to mention him. But there was a Decepticon, Blitzwing. He could turn into a tank or a fighter jet instead of just being able to turn into one vehicle.
Yep.
Okay.
And in animated. Oh, sorry.
5 minutes. Just giving you a 5-minute warning.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Anyway, and also in animated, they basically establish when a Cybertronian tries to go to a process of becoming a triple changer, it basically gives them a split personality disorder, which is why we see Blitzwing have 3 faces and different personalities with each one.
And that always kind of weirded me out. I didn't pay much attention to animated. I felt like it kind of went off a deep end on some stuff. That was never a thing before then. And I don't remember it staying a thing after that either.
Yeah, outside of a thrilling 13 Generations toy, where it just gave G1 Blitzwing that same gimmick. I would choose the jet. No, the assault tank. I choose the jet. No, the assault tank. Jet. Tank. Jet. Tank.
The main comic book store in Ireland up in Dublin, the G1 Transformers, they're worth a lot of money. I've seen them. And one of the things that I was like, what? They were selling a €500 Transformer, and I'm like, okay, what does he do? Nothing. He just stands there. Does he transform? No. Why am I spending €500 on it? Because it's die-cast. It's a statue then.
And
it's not.
And you want to know a weird Transformers Marvel UK comic fact I know.
Sure.
Well, you guys remember one of the writers for it, Simon Furman?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, he basically wrote an issue for the comic to explain how female Transformers exist. Because, well, basically as a result, how he tried to make them come to be in the UK Marvel Transformers comics was because Optimus built RC to try to appease a bunch of feminists, which ended up becoming cringe.
Sorry, we're not doing that.
I know. I just want to throw that out there a little bit.
I know. We're not doing that. Sorry. We don't do politics here. Yeah.
Sorry.
Not your fault. But yeah. But I hear the Japanese Transformers is a lot better than the English. Is that true?
Yeah, I've read some of the manga. I wouldn't be so sure of that.
I'm just saying. I'm just going from what I've heard.
And there's also the Japanese sequel series for G1 as well. Headmaster, Super God Master Force, Victory, and Zone. And they're also basically a what-if scenario of what if this actually ended up happening after G1 Season 3.
Okay.
Yes, and it completely ignores the rebirth. And Japan has really been expanding the G1 cartoon universe in its own way. Like, from making their own stories to slide in events to make sense of some of the plot holes in the G1 cartoon, and
wait, are you telling me that
Beast Wars fully canon?
Holes?
Yeah, the cartoon does.
Yeah, especially with the Constructicons' inconsistent origins.
Okay.
So, yeah, and some. Oh, sorry.
So with the time that we've got left, we've basically only got 1 minute left. I'm going to start wrapping up here.
Okay.
So, Raquel, you want to shield yourself, and then we go around. We go Raquel,
Sure.
Farv, Jet, Dalek, and then over. So, Farv, Raquel, you want to shield yourself? Sorry, I read Farv in a different place.
All right.
Sure. I'm Raquel. I do hangouts and also do art at the same time. Also, hopefully, beginning of next week, I'll be reviewing the last 2 episodes of Wednesday. Also, please check out my gaming channel. I do play games on there, and this weekend I'll be playing Gotham Knights.
Y'all have fun with that.
How's the little ones one? Farv, you want to shield your crap?
Oh crap! Now is it?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I got a channel. It's called Forvithian Guard, just like it says on my thing there in the chat. It's a gaming channel. I do games with a couple friends of mine. Sometimes I do games with my brother, depending on what we're doing. I have streams on Thursday and Wednesdays, and I upload stuff occasionally through the freaking week. Right now, the stuff that's getting uploaded is co-op Guild Wars episodes between my brother and I, Evil West and Gungrave. I have a couple more scheduled once I finish those 2. I also have a book which I wrote. I'm working on the sequel presently. Thank you, Max.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, Captain Finty, shut the fuck up.
Who is that?
Exactly.
Captain
That's
Cocky Spock.
Captain Spock. He can fuck off now. But anyway, you were saying?
Oh, I'm good. Go on.
Okay, Jet Sparks, you wanna go?
Yeah. You already know you can find me at JetSparks373. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and of course on YouTube. And as of right now, a lot of stuff I have planned for this year is still in the planning stages. And I mean, I already have my an open mic series I did called Talking Pinheads over the course of this year. I've done occasional live streams in it. That segment's known as We'll Play It Live. So far, I've done games like Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrated, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Quarry, Until Dawn. So again, you can just, I would tell anyone who goes to my channel, you visit my channel, go through the back catalog of all my videos.
I would highly recommend it. Like, Jetspark's actually quite a great creator. Like, I've watched a load of your stuff. You're quite a fun guy to watch. Speaking about fun guys to watch, Dalek.
Wait, fun to watch what?
His streams.
You all right,
also in the washing machine, but that's it. That's only on OnlyFans.
Dalek? All right, Dalek, speak up, buddy.
You'll never find. That's a lie. You will never find me on OnlyFans. I'll never go near that site ever.
Come on, just spicy bacon.
Of course,
Very
Michelle.
good.
Hold on, Michelle.
Yeah, he's right. Don't ask me to be anywhere near that.
Yeah, you have a wrench. Go ahead, share what you want. Okay, Dalek, go ahead, buddy.
Right. Well, yes. Okay, yeah. I do have a channel myself. Dalek451. It's just that simple as that. I do live streams talking about pretty much anything in pop culture. You can come on. You can ask me.
I'm just going to highlight Dalek. There is his name if you're looking him up.
Thank you, Revan.
Yeah, his name is a bit tucked away, but there you go.
So yeah, that's kind of what I do, and I just mostly random, but I'm thinking of trying to do a bit more, get a little bit more structured throughout this year. And one thing I'm planning on doing, I'm planning to do a set of live streams, kind of like what Raquel. No, sorry, not Raquel. What Anti-Derivative Jill does on her channel. If anyone's seen, how she's been doing Star Trek: The Original Series. I'm thinking of doing something like that with
fantastic
with modern Doctor Who, from Christopher Eccleston all the way up to Peter Capaldi.
If you're going for modern Doctor Who, would you not go from the movie up?
What, from the Paul McGann movie?
Yeah. Because I think isn't he counted as the first modern Doctor, or is it Eccleston?
I'm pretty sure the first proper modern Doctor was Eccleston.
I thought it was Chris Eccleston, actually.
Okay, then. Just checking.
Because McGann, he came in. That movie came out in 1996, and Christopher Eccleston was first. That all started in 2005. So
yeah.
So I suppose Paul McGann did kind of bridge the gap just a tiny bit between like the classic era and the modern too. So
then let's just say Paul McGann's last classic Doctor and Eccleston's the first modern.
I think since we actually see Sylvester McCoy become Paul McGann, I think you can kind of say, Paul McGann's technically the last classic Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that sounds really fun to do. Yeah.
He seems kind of like a transitional Doctor.
Yeah, possibly. So Jeff, you got anything to show?
Yeah, if you guys want to bother me, I'm also on Twitter, same name, and my YouTube channel is mostly dormant. There are some old video game walkthroughs that I do intend to replay at some point. I just need to get the equipment for it.
Oh, awesome. Oh, little kitty cat.
Hi, meow.
You want to show yourself?
I'm Laura. That's how you find me, is my channel name right there.
Hi, Moira.
Go to Moira's channel, guys. Moira does open lines hangouts, and you get to meet a large eclectic group of people, from people like Raquel to Milton Knowles. You get to meet a load of great people. What?
He doesn't come over to my channel, I don't think.
Well, you get to meet a load of people.
Okay. Milton Knowles, he doesn't visit my channel much.
She watches old time movies, like silent films.
She does.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see our friend BK Dan. You get to meet a whole load of great people. She's a great lady. She needs more attention than what she's getting. Like, she is horrifically underviewed.
Well, to be fair, I horrifically do not live stream very much anymore.
I know, but still.
Don't feel, but I do it twice a week, and it ain't helping me much.
Oh, well, Louise, thank you for subbing my channel. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Actually, Michelle, if you have anything on YouTube about your kids, your channel will not be monetized and it will not be put up anywhere in the algorithm. So I would not even have your kids anywhere near your stream or have your stream about the kids. Alistair, buddy.
Yeah.
You got stuff to show?
Okay. Well, so far I've been enjoying the stream so far. Well, even I haven't got to talk much due to my dogs being my dogs and my buddy talking and among other things. So I had to go into one of my rooms just so I can so that way there don't be any noise.
Sorry about that, buddy. It's not really your fault.
Yeah,
I've got a hunting dog who, if I don't stream when he's in bed, will sing the song of his people.
I'm surprised my cat didn't sing the song of her people today.
The only reason Jed isn't being a nuisance is because Jed put him up for the night.
But yeah, and hopefully by next time I might try to be more talkative in case my buddy goes and there isn't that much noise going on.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Yeah, don't feel bad. This is like my 4th appearance, and it took this long to actually get to something I sort of know something about.
Well, honestly, most of my streams for different people, I know that a lot of creators and a lot of people who follow me who are on the panel have social issues. So basically what I'm trying to do is get you guys to make friends.
Aww.
My evil master plan has been revealed. I'm actually a nice guy. God damn it.
Aww.
Yes, wow. Dalek, that goes for you as well.
No, I'm not that nice.
Fuck you.
Wow.
This stream is only for nice people there, Jet Sparks.
Speaking about bitch, Obama.
Wow.
Oh, time out.
Man, don't make me get the hash brown grader after you.
If anybody can call me, I look like Denzel Washington. I can easily just work on that.
Anyway, I am the incredibly charming and alarming Geek Hero Bubba, and if you want to see me verbally, or whatever, the point is you want to see me argue with a bunch of SJWs, follow me on Twitter. I am everywhere, Geek Hero Bubba, everywhere that you can possibly find me. It has been fun.
Guys, go and sub to him as well. Go and sub to Tony Nasir. Great guy.
Yes. No, Tony is a great guy.
Sub to Tony.
It's been fun. Be watching for content in the future. I'm trying to get my channel up and going, but it has been a blast, and thank you all for getting me through work tonight.
Fantastic.
Yay, we were useful.
We really appreciate that. So guys, I'm going to thank all the people for liking. I'm going to thank everyone for coming, everyone for subbing. I really do appreciate it. Each and every one of you, because other than that, I would be screaming into the void. And then Maxis here would be having to beat me because that's where she lives.
I'd be like, "Hey, get out of my house!"
Oh, good. It's over. Now get out.
So guys, I'm going to wrap up.
All right.
God bless. Have a fantastic night. Stay safe, and whatever you do, just remember, always beat up a kitten for no reason.
No, you don't.
No, incorrect.
All right, we're taking your potatoes again.
Yeah, Tony, you want to drop a link to your channel before we go?
Yeah.
So, and then we're going to just pop out.
Okay.
We're going to go our own separate ways. Dalek's going to go and recharge. I got to put Moira into her little cat bed, and then I got to take Raquel to the vet. We're getting our declawed today.
Oh dear.
Ouch.
Thank you. So guys, there is Tony's channel. Please go and subscribe to him.
Gotcha.
He's a recent content creator. He's horrendously undersubbed. Please go and check him out. He really knows his stuff.
Yeah, he really knows his stuff about comics. Go check him out.
Yeah, so guys, thank you all so much. Good night, God bless, and have a fantastic 2023.
Pants.
Good night.
Good night.